Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening where you are around the world, LFC fans. And actually, today is Christmas. So, to those that celebrate, Merry Xmas. And to those that will be celebrating, Happy Kwanzaa. Any celebrations you have around this time of year, it's important to be with family, people that you love. And in this stressful world that we do live in, it's so important sometimes just to spend time with people who actually resonate with you. Hopefully family do resonate, or who have your best interests at heart, and you have this. And that's why it's so important to come together. Should do that more often, but season's greetings. So, a catch up, quick review of Liverpool v Southampton Carabao Cup, where Liverpool were through 2-1, and we're now through to semi-final, where we'll be playing Tottenham. It is what was expected in the game. Expects us to beat Southampton, a team who had just sacked the manager and who play good football from the back. But unfortunately, in this league, you get punished for it. You can get away with it in terms of the league below, but in the Premiership, you get punished for it. Obviously, there's a cup game, and Liverpool were clear winners. We did probably make the game a bit more exciting than we needed to at times, even though we did dominate possession and dominated the game. But it was nice seeing Nunes on the score sheet. It was nice to see Harvey Elliott score a goal as well, and a really good contribution. So we are through semi-final, where we'll play a two-legged tie against Spurs. Home at Spurs first, Spurs ground, and then over to Anfield. And hopefully we get a result a few early weeks into January. Then that follows nicely into Liverpool's game against Spurs, which was a goal fest. 6-3 to Liverpool. Again, it was a game where off the back of two draws, we need to get a result. It was good to see Chelsea get a draw against Everton, which then meant they couldn't capitalise even more on the points that they've been eking into. Obviously, Arsenal won 5-1, and Man United, well, we don't need to talk about Man United, but City, again, lost, which gives us opportunity just to get back a little bit of that gap that's been eroded, although we had 2 games in hand. And against a Tottenham team who we know are one of the high scorers in the league. And defensively, actually, considering that people criticise them a lot, I think they were 3rd or 4th best defensive team. Now, obviously, they've got a lot of injuries. This is what happens in the league. You have to navigate, and you expect your manager to conform to that situation and to get the best out of his squad. Ange has a certain way of playing, and he's very stubborn at that fact. He's very stubborn to the point that he will insist upon playing his way, even if he's got youth players. And literally, that's where you're at. So, good result, 6-3. Saw 2 goals for Salah, 2 goals for Diaz. And we saw McAllister getting a goal sheet as well, and Szoboszlai. And a great performance by Szoboszlai. The kind of performance we've been wanting to see from this guy. We know he's got the quality. We know he's the Hungarian captain, playboy for Hungary, role model. We know he's the one that is seen as a great hope. And we bought a player we knew had great shooting ability, a lot of good free kick goals, shot power, even though he's got small feet, shot power, running, engine, unbelievable, which is an upgrade to what we had in the season where we were struggling before. And he's at times shown and then gone through lapses where we've not seen that. But one thing he's always done, he's shown that energy, he's shown that commitment. The class hasn't always shown through. In this game, we saw all of that. We saw the class, we saw the energy. We saw him playing just off the striker role, really sort of moving them around, putting the chess pieces together, linking up with Salah, linking up with Diaz, connecting with the midfielders, and then the work rate to get back into position and do the defensive job. It was really good. He could have scored more. I think he was going to hat-trick today, and there's a couple of times he could have set up Salah, and he did set up Salah. There's an opportunity where he had a shot and Salah was just shaking his head, and then, 2 minutes later, Bush, nice little pass to Salah, easy finish. And Salah did actually pay the compliment to him, where Salah, on a breakaway, Nice pass through. He had two options. He had Diaz or he had Szoboszlai. He picked out Szoboszlai on the right-hand side and then Meg the keeper. Great game. Great result. And it should have been more. I don't want to harp too much about the 3 goals. I think the manager says it all. He wasn't happy. He was coming off the pitch shaking his head. We should have won that game 6-1, really. The 2 goals they had, we got to a point where we started doing what we do. We kind of switched off a little bit, started to try and lull the game. And actually, we could just kill this team. We could have played double figures. It could have been double figures against Tottenham. Really could. And I think the fans know it. The game result now makes it look more competitive. It wasn't that competitive. Salah, really, really up against Spence. Good battle. Spence did his bit, but you can't keep Salah down. He's going to create opportunities and he's going to score goals, which he did in the game. Trent, again, we could see how this mercurial talent, who we may lose, because that's an ongoing saga, but I think more now it seems to be tipping that way. Oh, the cross, just that flick coming in, and Diaz just wringing his neck onto that was poetry in motion. There was a goal we scored where I think it was 16 inaccurate passes from the back leading up. We were playing great football. And defensively wise, Gomez, great game. I thought Van Dijk was good. I don't think that I've got much criticism for him. I think with the one where Kulusevski scored, he was really leaning down and then he tried to get a ball and leaped up and come on. He wasn't in position. It wasn't his fault. He was crouching to stop a shot and then a chip came over and he tried to get it. And then when Solanke scored again, I mean, the ball just came over, it was too high and Solanke one turn great. I mean, I don't think, there's not much you could do, I think, defensively with that one. But I'm happy with the defence. Robbo was a bit concerned. Kulusevski was getting past him a lot, but Robbo kept at it. And we know he does that. We know he's got the commitment. We just can see now that the pace is, and he's not going to be in a position. He's starting to struggle, and that's just a fact. It's just a fact. But is his commitment not there? Hell no. His commitment is beyond doubt. Again, we take for granted. But Gravenberch in midfield, we're just accepting it now. The performances are consistently good, so it's normal practice, isn't it? Yeah, gliding past the man, tackling, engaging, layoffs, connecting the game, passes through, penetrative passes. That's Gravenberch. McAllister, we know, he's becoming like a James Milner, isn't he? He's just there. He's always consistently like a 7. And it's good to see him score today. You know, it's these cogs in this mechanism, this engine, is just coming together nicely. And with that different brand of football. So we're not playing Klopp's brand of football, which we know we love. But we've always said in that time, we want a bit more control. We are seeing control football. And at times we're seeing the control with the pace and anarchy. That blend, that hybrid coming together is what makes it really, really difficult to beat Liverpool. If you can have the control, but yet have that fury, you know, not much teams can live with it. And the only times I find we struggle is when we get into that lull of holding the ball, trapping it with our feet at the back, waiting for that attacker to try and press and then cause ourselves problems, and then change the pace of a game when we're winning and then just not keeping going that pace and then trying to slow it down. But look, who am I to talk? Results speak for themselves. We're top of the league. I think it's 4 points ahead of Chelsea. Arsenal, 6. Game in hand we still got. Should go 7 points ahead of Chelsea at some point. Arsenal, 9 or whatever it's going to be. City already 12 points behind. If we can just keep going, get the results. Leicester's coming up now. I think it's Boxing Day game. Leicester's the game we want now at home. No own goals. Excuse the pun. Let's get the win. But it was so good to be at the team be at White Hart Lane and produce this result. 3 goals against, yes, like we said, I know pretty good goals, but we did sort of allow them back in. But 6-3, it was a dominant game. It could have been 8-9, 10-3, 10-1 if you want to look at that. And it's really good to see Slot not happy still. Still wanting more. Still wanting better defending as a team. Salah mentioned it. Getting that into the DNA of the team means that we are fully equipped now to really go for it. And go for it all on fronts. Semi-final we're into. Champions League, we're top of the Champions League. In the league, we're top. And we've got FA Cup games coming. Go for it. We've got strength and depth. We've got players coming back. Jota now coming back. We've got Chiesa coming back. Fully fit now. We've got Konate soon to come back. We've got Elliott now back. We've got Dan's in terms of youth level now back. So we've got opportunities to change players for the FA Cup games. Let's go for it. There's not many times you're in this position. City are crumbling. Pep is losing it. They lost the game to Aston Villa. Arsenal can be inconsistent. Saka's now injured. Chelsea showed against a really sort of low blocking team with Everton. It's hard to get through. They will drop points. We may drop points. But let's keep consistent. Get a stretch. Get that lead. And let's bring it home because it's looking a lot like Christmas. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And Christmas number one, which we are, we know that doesn't mean we're in the league. We're one of these teams where out of everyone else who leads at Christmas, sometimes it's us, and then we don't win the league. Let's win the league. We would all love to be celebrating the end of Klopp's tenure, Slot coming in, and we've evolved and continued on. And the future looks bright. It'd be nice to get some signings, see what we can do in January. But it's a good place to be at. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, click on notifications. Again, content, we balance. A lot of people that do content balance it between work and stuff. I like to share my views about football and especially about Liverpool, the team I love. Please show that consideration by just giving a like and subscribing or sharing the notifications, sharing this with other people. It helps the algorithm and it's nice. It gives me knowledge that, let's keep going and keep doing what you enjoy the most, which is talking about the beautiful game. Well done, Liverpool. Well done, Slot. Merry Christmas, everyone. And see you on the other side.